In this video I'll show you step by step how you can create a custom course menu for your next e-learning course in Articulate Storyline. Hi, I'm Spermon from Upward Online Learning, where I teach you how you can create e-learning modules yourself with Articulate Storyline. And are you new here? Then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. Are you ready? Then let's get started. I have a sample chapter here in which I created the custom course menu. Now, if you click on my slide, you'll see there is a button, but the button isn't on my timeline and there are also no layers here. So what I've done to get the custom course menu on all my slides, I've added it to my slide master. So let's go to the slide master, and you can go to view, click on slide master, and here to this master slide from Serenity. It's one of the standard Articulate Storyline themes, and I have here the custom hamburger menu. If I click it, the layer menu will be open. So this is this layer, and on this layer you see all the objects that will appear if you click on the hamburger menu. So here you have the a close button, and you have the different chapters, and you can fill in the chapter names for your course. So in this chapter, for instance, has different states. So what it has, there's a normal state, there's a hover state, and it has also a a completed state. So if a chapter is completed, you can set it to completed. So in the red arrow, and also you can see here the check mark icon are in the states of the text object. So what I do is I'll change the state of the text object, for instance here to completed, and you see there is now a check mark. So they are also in the same element. So I have a trigger here that says change state of the text chapter 1 to completed when the timeline of this layer starts and if chapter 1 is equal to true. Now, and we'll set the variable chapter 1 later on. So, but this you can also do for chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's continue and create the same action for chapter 2. So what I do is I'll click on chapter 2. I create a new variable. What I want is I want to change the state of chapter 2, and I want to change it to completed. Now this is a custom state, and when I want to do it, when the timeline starts and not on chapter 2 but on this layer, and we want to add a condition. Now you see I have only a chapter 1 and a chapter 6 variable here. So what I will do, I'll create a new variable that I call chapter 2, and it won't be a text variable but a true false variable, and the default value is false. So I'll click on OK, and now it says here false, but it has to be true. So what will it do? It will change the state of chapter 2 to completed when the timeline of this layer starts and if the chapter 2 variable is equal to true. And this can be done for all the other chapter names, but I think this is enough for this example. So, and what I also want to show on this layer is if I select all the elements, I added an animation, a fly-in animation with a duration of 1.25 seconds. And for the effect options, I chose from right. So it means it will fly in from right until here. So that gives a little bit animated effect. And what you can do now if you click on the cross is that the menu disappears at once, but that's not really, it can be better. So what I've done, I copied this menu layer in a new layer called menu height. This layer only has a duration of 1.25 seconds, and it's basically the same layer as the other layer, but what it does here There is another animation. It says fly out, and fly out with effects options to right, so it flies out to the right out of my screen with a duration of 1.25 seconds. So if I click on the close layer here, the close button, this layer will be hidden, and the other layer will be shown, and this layer will show for 1.25 seconds, and when the timeline is finished, this layer will also hide and your menu is hidden. And I've done this with a trigger, so if you go to the properties panel here, you see I checked here on the slide layer properties this check mark for hide slide layer when timeline finishes. So this means when the timeline finishes, Storyline automatically hides this layer. So let's close my slide master. And what you normally can do is, if this is a chapter, that on the last page of your chapter you can create a trigger. So an adjust variable trigger that you says, for instance, chapter 1 is equal to true when timeline starts on this slide. So let's preview this slide right now. So chapter 1 will be set to true, and when I click on my menu, you'll see that chapter 1 here has now a checked icon, and you saw that the menu animates in, and when I click on the cross, it will also animate out, and it's gone again. So this is how you can create an animated custom course menu for your next Articulate Storyline project.
Do you have any questions about embedding your Articulate Storyline course in WordPress or about Articulate Storyline in Common? Then place a comment below these videos and I promise to answer it. And if you want to create great engaging e-learning in Articulate Storyline, make sure that you get my free step-by-step guide on how I create e-learning in Articulate Storyline. And I know for sure that it will help you because it describes my whole process that I use for every e-learning module in Articulate Storyline that I build. And was this video useful to you? Then hit the like button below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos.